guys, hey, welcome back to the Amber Shows Part 2 today. Okay, some things I wanted to talk about that I didn't get a chance to talk about. Let's talk about high blood pressure. High blood pressure is one of the largest silent killers that there is. So it's very important that you keep an eye on your blood pressure. No matter what age, you really should just keep an eye on it and keep track of it. You can keep a log of your blood pressure because it causes strokes, heart attacks, and it's a silent killer, like I said. So be careful and keep an eye on it. I don't agree with the medication unless you just definitely have to take it. I'm not a medication type person. I believe that exercise, drinking lots of water, and recently they did a study drinking beet juice is really good to lower your blood pressure as well. So exercise is the most important thing, and of course drinking lots of water is also essential. Okay, I also wanted to talk about Janet Jackson. Come on, Janet. Okay, Janet's 50 years old and she's canceling her tour of concerts because she wants to start a family. Okay, now Janet is married to some billionaire that lives in Dubai, and now she's 50 years old and she claims that that's why she's canceling. I don't believe that at all. First off, if she has a baby at 50, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a mongoloid, so she'll have her own mongoloid to play with and bring to the concerts. Secondly, if it's not a mongoloid, I mean, she'll be, by the time her child graduates from high school, going into college, she'll be 70, and I really don't think it's fair on the child to have to love and depend on someone, and then they're old and gonna die soon. I mean, really, it's very selfish that what she did to her fans. I do think that she had low ticket sales. I don't know too many people that are going to spend a lot of money to go see Janet Jackson. I mean, my generation is Janet Jackson, and the younger generation is not Janet Jackson. So my generation, I don't see going out just buying ticket sales to go see Janet Jackson. She's not a good singer. She's a good performer. Never was a good singer, and she had a hit like 30 years ago. You know, like, what have you done for me lately? She should be singing that again over and over for herself. So I think that's all a lie. And besides, I think maybe she's going to have a surrogate, like how Beyonce did. You know, I mean, remember Beyonce was on stage performing when she announced she was pregnant, and then right after that, the stomach inflated. Did you see that? When she went to sit down on the Ellen show and the whole stomach just inflated, it was like real big, and then when she sat down, the whole outfit just inflated. So maybe she's going to get a surrogate, and she has to spend time with the surrogate, pick out a surrogate, you know, find the right person, but she needs to give refunds to those people who did buy tickets. But I believe it's low ticket sales. Also, Amtrak. I love Amtrak. One of the reasons I like Amtrak, I've flown from the time I was 9 years old. I've been flying in the air. I've been all over. The thing is, I'm more comfortable on Amtrak, but now I'm not. I mean, Amtrak is having so many accidents, people getting killed. I mean, this is the second accident that's happened like in the last 6 months. And even in October, there was an accident where a person was killed on the track. They have derailments. 2 people were just killed just recently, last week on Amtrak. A couple months ago, people were killed on Amtrak. And Amtrak is staying off the track. And you know, we have the worst railroad system in the world. I mean, everybody's more up to date than us. You mean to tell me that you don't have signals that will now tell you through all types of computers that we have that there's something on the track, something's coming up, you're going too fast, here comes a curve, there's a dog on the track, a person on the track. I mean, it is ridiculous. Amtrak needs to update their services, and actually they need to update their people. They have a lot of rude people on Amtrak. I travel all the time, so I'm familiar with it, and they need to do training for great customer service. They need to have a person that's always cleaning the bathrooms, that just stands out there and just cleans the bathrooms. That's their job. They have those kind of people in fancy restaurants. I've been in restaurants where ladies, in Tavern on the Green in New York, the lady's sitting right there in the bathroom. And She has to smell everybody's shit and pee and everything else. And she has towels, lotion, perfume, whatever, toothpaste, toothbrush, whatever you need. Why can't they do that for Amtrak? Amtrak needs to get themselves together and try and make a better service for the people. There are many people who want to travel on Amtrak and want to see the countryside or just more comfortable in the air. I mean, in the air, you're not as comfortable because you're just always hoping that you don't crash. And if you do crash, your chances of surviving are very little. On Amtrak, you feel a little bit more secure just basically because you're already on the ground. If the engine goes out, you're on the ground. But now, Amtrak is really getting ridiculous. Get yourself together, Amtrak. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I want to talk about them real quick. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood was really good with Jocelyn and Stevie J. Like both of them, they're good television. Now Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has come back. I can't stand K. Michelle. I can't stand her mouth. She looks like a donkey with those teeth. Her records are just, you know, she got a nice voice, but she's just okay R&B. And I didn't like how she portrayed herself in her own program in Hollywood. So I never really was a fan of hers. Mimi is like a desperado. Mimi will do anything to try and get some money and does not care about how her child is going to see the things that she's done, because everything is on the internet. Everything is internet. These children growing up are going to see it. The last season, she actually had a porno tape where she was filming herself on having sex with the shower rod. That's going to be forever. You'll be able to see it. And now she's going with a gay girl. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, you know, gay people, gay girls. I'm saying, but you're portraying, projecting all of this about yourself on the internet, all over the world, on film, and your child will see it, and then her friends will see it, and it's just embarrassing. Mimi needs to get a real job. I mean, isn't she the maid? Doesn't she have a maid service? She needs to stick to that, or find other storylines to keep from embarrassing herself and making herself look like a fool all the time. There's a new girl on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Her name is Tommy. I know she's going to bring some drama. I can see it already. She goes with another new guy that's on the show. His name is Scrap, not to be confused with Scrappy. His name is Scrap DeLeon. Don't know who he is, not my generation. The Real Housewives of Atlanta turned out to be really good. So happy that Nene's back at the reunion show. I thought that they were good as well. I think the show this year was pretty good, except for the fact Kenya was bullying Kim Fields and her husband. I'm glad that Kim Fields is not coming back to the show. I think she has too much going for her to have to downgrade herself for that show. I know it was a platform for her, which is good. And she's on Dancing with the Stars, and she's doing really well. Tonight, American Idol. I really want Portia to win. I hope she wins. She's the most talented. If she doesn't, Trent is the next in line. Amber Rose has her own emojis now, so a lot of you don't like it, Amber Rose. Amber Rose used to go with Kanye West. She was a stripper at one time. She started a slut-shaming campaign where she actually wore a dress that said slut, whore, all these things, where she's trying to say, I made mistakes in my life, I was doing these things. How many women have been out there having sex with a lot of people, doing all kind of things, but she happened to be in the spotlight. So now she has used that platform of slutism to her advantage. And now she has her own emojis. Really cute. Big butt emojis, a hand with a butt, a hand on a butt emoji, herself in sunglasses or whatever. But she's following behind Kim Kardashian, who made so much money off of her emojis. And now look, it's free enterprise. So Kim Kardashian can't say anything about Amber Rose doing that. And Amber Rose got $4 million just for lending her name to the emoji. So good for you, Amber, using your sense along with your slut shaming and your behind to brand yourself and get some money. Did you know in Thai, the language Thai, 555 actually means, that's what a lot of people are texting in Thai, the numbers 555. And because the number 5 is actually pronounced ha, so 555 is ha ha ha. So if you want to, like, you know, have a little tidbit And for a little extra coffee table conversation, 555 is ha 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 in Thai. Detroit, I don't know what's going on with my hometown, Detroit, where I was born, my birthplace. So much crime going on. We're always saying Black Lives Matter. We're talking about police killing us, which is a real problem, but also we're killing one another. This is horrible what's happening in Detroit. Just yesterday, man arrested in Detroit for having sex slaves in his home. He's even turning his daughter out, who's 5 years old. He was trafficking her for child pornography, and he had a girl chained in his house by her neck to a stripper pole where he puts ads in the papers for people to come and have sex with the 3 sex slaves he had in his house, along with having sex with his 5-year-old daughter. This is a black man. We're doing this to black people. We're doing all kind of stuff to ourselves. In Detroit, every day I'm reading about murders and bodies being found in abandoned homes, and they're by black people. We're doing it to ourselves. This has got to stop. We have got to try and get ourselves together. You know, the new Black Panthers and the Nation of Islam is going through communities and doing what they can do to try and mentor some of these youth who are lost, whose parents are lost. These are young kids having kids, and what do they know?